What is going on, guys? It's Amit and welcome to lesson 11 in JavaScript. In this lesson, we're going to learn all about number methods. As always, guys, if you enjoy the content, don't forget to click that like and subscribe button down below and choose all notifications so you never miss an update. Okay, so welcome back to lesson number 11. Let's learn all about some of the number methods that we can access. A common usage in JavaScript is the need to format numbers. For example, instead of displaying 3.0084, we want to display 3.1. Or perhaps instead of displaying 5,250,000 like this, we want to display it like this. Well, we can do this with JavaScript's number methods. Now, before we begin, one thing that we should know is that by necessity, JavaScript's number methods return the formatted value to us as a string and not a number. It is straightforward though to convert this back to a number if necessary. But with this in mind, it is important that when we use them in calculations, they should of course remain unformatted number types. Okay, so let's take a look at them. The first number method we're going to look at is toFixed. So first of all, let's go ahead and add a variable. I'm going to go for a const, and it's going to be called pi, and I'm going to set this equal to 3.141596254. That's about as far as I know when it comes to pi. So seeing as though this is a number, we can access number methods. So down here on a new line, const num, and we're going to set this to the name of our variable, which was pi. And now if we say dot, we get all these number methods here. So the one that we're going to look at first is toFixed. So we choose toFixed, and then we do a parentheses at the end because this is a method. So toFixed takes our number and it rounds it to the amount of decimal places that we specify. So inside the parentheses here, I'm going to say 2. Now let's go ahead and console log this. So console.log num. Let's save this and let's see what we get. Okay, so the console returns 3.14. So what's happened here then is we've used the toFixed method on our number and we've specified how many numbers we want to show after the decimal point. So seeing as though we specified 2, we get 3.14 back. If we said 3, save this returns 3.142. Now the reason why it's 2 and not 3.141 is because toFixed will round our number up or down, and so here, because we've specified 3 numbers, we've got 3.141, but because this is a 5, then this turns into 2, so just basic maths. Okay, so that's the toFixed method. The next method we're going to look at is toPrecision. So let's go ahead and just copy this line, and I'm going to turn this into a let actually, so we can actually reinitialize it, and let's change this to toPrecision. toPrecision returns a precise number of digits regardless of where the decimal point is. So let's say we wanted to display pi with a total of 5 numbers. So in toPrecision, we'd say 5, and what this will return is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers. And of course it's going to round this up so it's 6 as opposed to 5. Let's go ahead and save. Okay, perfect. So in the console, we get 3.1416. We have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers because that's what we've specified here in toPrecision. Okay, so that's toFixed and toPrecision. The next one we're going to look at is toExponential. And what this does is it returns the exponential notation version of a number. So for example, let's go ahead and say, let mil be assigned the value of 1 million, and then on a new line, I'm going to go ahead and redeclare our num variable, this time using mil. So I'm going to say mil dot, and the one we're looking for is toExponential. And of course, seeing as though this is a method, we add our parentheses at the end. Let's now go ahead and console log num by pressing save. And in the console here, we can see we get 1e plus 6. Now we looked at scientific notation in the previous lesson, so if you're not too sure what this is, then do go and check that out. Essentially, all it does is it enables us to write very large or very small numbers in a much quicker way. So writing 1e plus 6 is of course a lot quicker than writing 1 with 6 zeros. Okay, so that's all about JavaScript's number methods. There are a few other number methods as well. I'll leave a link below so you can check them out, but the 3 that we've looked at here are probably the most common number methods that you find yourself using. Okay, so let's go ahead and summarize this lesson. JavaScript has certain built-in objects or global objects, and one of those is the number object. Whenever we create a number like we've done up here with pi, we automatically have access to a number of different number methods. And the 3 that we've looked at here are toFixed, toPrecision, and toExponential. To recap, the toFixed number method takes our number, in this case it was pi, and it rounds it to the amount of decimal places that we specify. Next we have the toPrecision method, which takes our number and returns a precise number of digits regardless of where the decimal point is. And finally we had toExponential, which takes our value and returns the exponential notation version of our number. So let's take a look at your tasks for this lesson. Okay, so for task 1, I want you to create a variable called pi and set its value to 3.14159. Use the correct number method to display only 3 digits after the decimal point, and then log this to the console. For task 2, I want you to use the previous pi variable and then create a new variable called num2 and use the correct number method to display a total of 3 digits only. And then finally for task 3, I want you to create a variable called lightspeed and set its value to 186,000 and then use the toExponential method to log this new display in the console. Okay, so go ahead and pause the video, try these out, and when we come back, we'll take a look at the answers. Okay, so how'd you get on then? Let's see. So for the first task then, I want you to create a variable called pi. We're going to use const pi and set this equal to 3.14159. And then we need to use the relevant number method to display only 3 digits after the decimal point. Well, the one that we're looking for, of course, is toFixed. So down here, I'm going to say console.log pi.toFixed. And what we're looking for is 3 numbers after the decimal place. So we're going to say 3. Let's save this. Perfect, we get 3.142. Okay, so task 2, using the previous pi variable, create a new variable called num2 and use the correct number method to display a total of 3 digits only. Okay, so here we're going to say num2 and we're going to assign this to pi dot, and what we're looking for is to precision. The clue's in the title, it returns a precise number of digits to us. So we want 3. So in here we're going to say 3. Let's go ahead and console log num2. Save this, and in the console we get 3.14, which is 1, 2, 3 numbers. Brilliant. Finally, for task number 3, create a variable called lightspeed and set its value to 186,000. So let's say const lightspeed, set this to 186,000, and we need to use the toExponential method to log this to the console. So I'm going to say console.log lightspeed.toExponential, which is there. Let's go ahead and save this. Perfect. We get the converted value in the console. So well done if you got all those right. In the next lesson, we're going to learn all about the string data type, and in the coming lessons, we'll be covering all sorts of cool things that you can do with strings. Remember guys, what we're doing is we're going through the primitive data types in detail and learning all about how to use them. We've learned about numbers in the last few lessons, and now we're going to move on to strings. So guys, be sure to tune in. Don't forget to comment, share, like, and subscribe down below, and I'll see you on the next one.